out of my cold, dead hands. That's what I told them when they said they wanted their card back. This is John from Roguecast, and I'm here today to present to you the Saphire Radeon RX 6800 Nitro Plus graphics card and what it can do. It's an exceptionally built, serious gamer's card with incredible frame rates and a price that won't have you missing your next car payment to get one. Game after game, everything I threw at it was delightfully defaulting to ultra settings and pushing over 200 FPS. This unheard of frame rate was only made more special by the lack of hairdryer sound effects. Even though the reference card has only 2 fans and a 2-slot design, Saphire took some artistic license here and stretched the card out long enough to add a 3rd fan and widen it to improve cooling and thermals. With 3 large, highly engineered cooling fans and enormous full-length heat pipes and heat sinks, this card stays cool while crushing games and benchmarks alike. Coming in at a full 12 inches long, your case will need to be roomy. At nearly 3 full slots wide, this card likes to stretch its legs as well. You probably need to consider that it won't fit in your next mini ITX build. At 1080p, this card dunks on most rendering engines. At 1440p, it's in its sweet spot. It's a fantastic resolution for tight pixel pitch, high refresh rates, and lower total pixel counts to keep GPU thermals down and while it's fatter. While this card boasts 4K gaming and Microsoft Flight Simulator in 4K looks amazing, I actually prefer most games in 1440p on a higher refresh rate panel. Older games like Doom Eternal, Borderlands 3, Fortnite, and more just run flat out, easily maxing out your monitor's best refresh rate. Recent titles that have been kneecapping the mid-range graphic cards of 2020 all play incredibly well with the highest settings, and only get more impressive with some light tuning. Yes, I'm talking about you, Microsoft Flight Simulator and Cyberpunk 2077. If you're trying to decide between the RX 6800 or its closest competitor, the RTX 3070 we sell, here are the biggest things leaning me towards this card. It's got more VRAM. While I remember cards that had single-digit megabytes of VRAM, the 16 gigs of GDDR6 is more than enough for anyone. Okay, maybe that statement won't age well, but this will definitely make it competitive as more complex textures, resolution, and effects take more memory to process. Simply put, this card will be competitive longer and sell for more in the secondary market than a lower VRAM card. I personally like the included software and the driver support on AMD Radeon cards better. One thing I can say about buying a performance-level graphics card is that the games finally look as good as the artist could hope. While turning down resolutions and texture levels may be a concession you and I have had to make in the past, this 6800 is in a class of cards that fits the uncompromising but still budget-minded enthusiast. Good musicians invest in the best instruments because they know that they play better. If you're a serious gamer and you don't want hardware holding you back, take a hard look at this card and invest in your setup. This has been John for Roguecast. Check out more real-world experience reviews for other great products right here on Roguecast.